at the end of your workday? You want to go to bed? I heard that one. That's the only one I discerned through that. But I believe that you can feel fulfilled and excited. You got to do that job today, my friends. Now, don't get me wrong, this is not some floofy millennial talk on find your life's mission and let's save the African giraffes. Although, I'm absolutely a millennial. That's me kissing a giraffe in Africa. Let's take care of those giraffes. Let's buy our food from local farms in #ethical fashion. And that same job that you just came from, same tasks, same meetings, that can energize you. And when it does, it will activate your entire life. Now, I have worked with hundreds of teams, Fortune 100, startups, nonprofits, and I've very clearly observed two patterns at work. One, we do not know how we are wired. We know our job descriptions, our task lists, and what's expected of us better than we understand ourselves. And that leaves us exhausted, want to go to bed. That leaves us stressed, anxious, and we don't know why. Now, the second pattern is that since we don't know how we are wired, we do not understand how our teammates are wired. Well, except for those incompetent ones, because what more do you need to know about them? Or could it be that their brain is wired differently than yours? Because you're either a question asker or someone who feels hindered by questions, an idea person or a task person, a planner or a doer. But we don't know how we are wired, much less the people around us. Now, what happens when these two patterns come to work? The norm. Year after year, Gallup finds 2/3 of the US workforce is disengaged. And of that lucky 1/3 that is engaged, half of them, Deloitte found, are not passionate. 87% of the US workforce is not passionate. Now, lest you be thinking, Kirsten, duh, it's called work. It sucks. I challenge you that that's a really expensive belief. This disengagement costs the US economy hundreds of billions of dollars every year, and the cost to you, anxiety, depression, physical health, hypertension, cholesterol, your satisfaction in your personal finances and your personal relationships have all been found to be tied to your satisfaction in your work. Now, there is a way of working that when you uniquely do it, your brain lights up. And psychologists have been studying our wiring for over 100 years. Thinking styles, working styles, behavior styles, conflict styles. Does your brain recognize big picture patterns or small details? Are you a strategy person or a process person? Do you more naturally learn or build? All of these things have been codified into popular assessments that Fortune 500s use all the time. Think DISC, StrengthsFinder, Myers-Briggs, VIA, Enneagram, the list goes on. They are so good at helping you understand how you're wired. Why do you do that thing that you do? And then that helps you understand the people around you. But if these are so common at work, why are 2/3 of us still disengaged? Well, there is this pesky little thing called the forgetting curve. Within a few days, you forget most of a one-time learning. So what if you could be reminded when it matters most? You're walking into that meeting with a mod, you get the reminder, hey, try to persuade him like this, not like that. You open your email in the morning, good morning, you're probably really good at XYZ, try to apply it like that today. What if? Well, so a couple of years ago, I co-founded a technology to do just that. It's called Cloverleaf. We partner with assessment companies, and then we push you coaching to help you remember about yourself and about your coworkers. It's just 2 sentences. It's pushed to your email, your calendar, your Slack, wherever you're working throughout your day. There's a coach at a global financial institution, and she told me the story about somebody we'll call Joe, a software developer whose natural strengths in all of these assessments is in leadership. So he does heads down work all day, every day, but his wiring is to lead. Can't change his job. What do? Well, the team had a standing 5-minute meeting every day, and they decided Joe could lead it. 5 minutes a day, he activated his wiring, and the energy just spread to other meetings where he used to sit back. He's leaning in. He's joining the conversation. His posture is straighter. His physical demeanor changed. And then there's Michael. Michael owns a small business, and he has an employee who is triggering him. Let's call her Sarah. In a team meeting, Michael would make a suggestion, and Sarah always had a rebuttal. Now, we've seen this. We've either been Michael or Sarah or just the awkward observer in the team meeting. And the natural tendency is that the relationship goes to the extremes. I'm the boss. Let's not throw off the whole team. Can we please focus? Well, hello there, dictator. Does my perspective not matter to your company? Michael knew this, he didn't want this, but he didn't know what to do. And thankfully, he got this coaching tip about Sarah. It read, Sarah asks questions not to challenge, but to understand. So he asks her, Sarah, what could I help you understand? She's immediately relieved. Thank you so much. I actually have more questions, but I never wanted to seem like I was challenging you in front of everybody. And the kicker is, Sarah's questions make Michael's ideas stronger. They create better work for their clients, for their company, for their team. And Sarah is not the only human in Michael's life. He has a wife. And she has this little face that he used to think meant, oh, what a terrible idea, Michael. And now he knows that face, it actually means, oh, that's a really interesting idea. And I'm trying to think, how could we make that work? You see that? One small thing at work impacted a marriage. I have been feeling, quite frankly, pretty anxious that you're going to hear this message, hopefully think it's inspiring, and then it's just going to fall on your forgetting curve. I want you to leave here and do something, because the cost of dreading your job or just thinking, it's fine, we'll make it through. Let's go on with the day. 5 o'clock's coming. The cost of that is way too high to you, your health, your finances, your personal relationships, all those things I said. It's too expensive to the people in your life, and it is far too expensive to this whole world that we're all co-creating together day by day. But the good news is, this is not overwhelming. This is not mysteriously find the most perfect fit ever. This is baby steps. Take a 20-minute assessment. Get some coaching, automated or from a human coach. Test out, where's your 5 minutes a day that, like Joe, will create energy that spreads to the rest of your day? Or like Michael, think about that Sarah in your life. You know that person. Be curious about that person. Because when you just begin to understand how you are wired and how the people around you are wired, it will deepen your relationships at work. And it'll strengthen the products and the solutions that you're creating for all of us in this world through your work. And it will overflow and impact your entire life. Thank you.
Hey, good job.